Now, if you are planning to start a business in Kenya, the businesses you should not do or you should not start unless you have experience. Now we are going to talk about the businesses you can start in Kenya and regret immediately why you started. Now one of the businesses is wines and spirits. This one, you see those ones who are doing it, enjoying, making money. But once you start doing the business, that's when you realize that there are many challenges that you did not know. Now, one of the challenges is that as you make your money, police will keep coming to collect their money too, because they know that the business of wines and spirit does well from 10 p.m. onwards. And you know the law states that you cannot do the business beyond that time, stipulated time. So when it clocks 10, they're at your doorstep. And so that it means every day they'll be collecting something like 200 shillings, 300 shillings, up to 500 shillings. So if you are making 1,000, you have to set aside around 300 shillings per day. And the problem is, they don't come once. You find this one has come. Once he has collected 200 shillings, you go to the station, he sends another one. The other one comes, he presents that he doesn't know, you give him 200 shillings. Sometimes they come, they drink, they don't want to pay, and there's nothing you can do. And this business also, you find that those you have employed are actually, they have their own stock. They buy their own stock, so they sell their stock first before they start selling yours. So the premise of the business will be having traffic. People will be coming, buying, but at the end of the day, you are making just 700 shillings. So the one who you have employed has made 2,000. Your business has made 700. Police have taken 200 shillings or 300. So you are just running at a loss. The only person who is benefiting is the one you have employed and the police. So that is one business that you can regret if you start, unless you are a police officer or you do wholesale business, not retail. This is another business that it's very, very difficult to do in Kenya. Matatu business. This one, if you are not a police, if you are not the one to be driving that vehicle, if you are not going to put it in a circle that manages your vehicle long distance, then it is very difficult to manage it. You know, matatu business, the problem is the police will always eat from you. In fact, half of the money will go to the police. A quarter will go to the driver and the conductor and their families. So you'll just get a quarter of the profits. So if you purchased a matatu for 1.5 million, by the time you recover the money, the matatu is old. You may not recover the money. So that is another bad business. There's another one which is very difficult to manage in Kenya: insurance company. You know, Kenyans have got a very negative attitude towards insurance policies. The penetration level is very low. So if you are planning to start this business, it will be very difficult for you to succeed. Very, very difficult. There's also another one. Offering loans. These loan apps. They used to make a lot of money when there was CRB. But now that they're not allowed to list people on CRB, it's very difficult to recover the loans. So you find someone comes, takes a loan of 5,000, goes and changes the line. There's no way you can get them. Someone in a day can just get loans from 5 loan companies and they don't pay. You can even see the loans by the government. People have defaulted. So it's very difficult to manage this business. You will regret almost immediately. Another one is betting company. You know, the government keeps on adding taxes and the policies around betting. So there's no way you can just relax that you're making money. Sometimes you might you'll make 50 million, then 25 million goes to the government. 25 million is won by players. You remain with nothing. Running a betting company or betting site is very difficult. Also, if you are young, in Kenya it's very difficult. Very, very difficult to run a blog. There was a time blogging was very, very profitable. But right now, nobody should advise you to start a blog. There's also another one which is very profitable in other countries, but in Kenya it's not profitable. E-commerce site. You know, there are companies like Jumia, they have been making losses. Kenyans have not embraced it. So if you start an e-commerce site selling products online, sometimes you might regret why you started, because the capital for starting is very high. So this one, the only one that can succeed is for selling smartphones on loan. But this selling boutique shoes, other clothes, people normally go to Easily or they buy from social media. They don't visit websites. So e-commerce site might not succeed. So you might regret. This I also seen some business which people do. You know those lorries which transport construction materials. If you buy one for transporting construction materials, you might regret. That lorry, after 2, 3, 5 days, 1 month, it has broken something. You spend the entire profit to repair. When you are transporting items, police are there harassing you. So it's very difficult to make profits when transporting construction materials or heavy loads in Kenya, because those lorries, I've worked with many people. In fact, they cry all the time, they don't have money. So you can regret why you started that business. And if you're very keen, people who have done this business, they end up being broke. They're old and broke. Right now, if you start real estate company buying and selling land, you might regret also, because there's so many scams involving real estate. You might succeed for a few years, but one bad deal will make you go out of business. You can bear witness that in the last 10 years there were so many real estate companies, but right now only one or two are existing. Others have been closed. It is because of those bad deals. You buy land, maybe 20 acres, after paying, you find that family members have launched a court case and you have already paid. That court case will take you 20 years, and the capital you spent is all the money that you had. So this is another business that can make you regret instantly. So those are some of the businesses that you should be careful when you are starting. I've also witnessed several cases involving rearing broilers. Broilers, if you start this business, be very sure one day all your broilers will be stolen or they will die. So making losses is a normal thing when doing this business. So those are some of the businesses that can make you regret when you start. There's also a boutique. It is very difficult to make money from boutique unless you understand the market very well.